You know what? I really love Kill Team.
Yeah.
I just wish that sometimes there's more units, like maybe it was a bigger game.
You mean 40k?
Well, maybe not that big. It's such an expensive game. Woof woof. Where's my dog biscuits? Banjaxed.
So have you guys ever heard of Combat Patrol? It's smaller than regular 40k, but bigger than Kill Team. And it's not quite as expensive either. You only have to buy one box.
So, just one box.
How many did you buy, Rob?
I bought 2.
5.
So guys, we've played our first games of Combat Patrol. You've played Combat Patrol
I've
before?
played it a few times before, yeah.
This edition there?
Yeah, this edition. Played it with
Me and Hamish
Adam.
played our first game, and then you two played whilst I edited the incredible intro you just watched.
Ooh.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, you didn't remember to say tabletop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's because you, Peter Hatton, back look like the guy from it as well. When you had your glasses on.
So when Hamish
Anyway.
looked nothing like what he looks like
Yeah,
right
no.
now, he looks like the guy.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
We
right.
played the first game. We won't talk about enjoyment quite yet because that's one of the later. Stop crashing his devilfish into things.
Drop the
Oh no, my drone.
monkeys wanted that as I'd apply if I were you.
First thing to talk about then cost. We joked about it in the intro. 80 to 90 or 100 if you want to pay full retail price, which I suggest no one ever do.
Aye, good friendly local gaming stores are your
Element
friend.
affiliate code.
No, I don't
Do you not have that anymore?
I do, but I've never made any money off it.
What do you mean?
Kelpie Games. I've still not made any money off it. Kelpie Games, Kick Dylan.
Settlers,
Settlers
guy.
is good. This guy. Settlers is alright.
You live in Settlers
Kelpie
Lane?
Games.
She took it.
I do. So,
Big up like Kelpie. Scalpy Games.
Scalpy Games, Scalpy one time. Get it from your friendly local game store, eBay, whatever. 80 to 90 quid if you're being smart, and you've got a game.
I mean, you can also, like, if we're talking about eBay, like, buy the units individually.
Some pretty easy ones. I mean,
Some of the older ones, like one
Yeah.
of the older ones I got, because I was like, well, it's cheaper than buying more stuff. Even second hand, a bit more than retail, but still save money. So I think that kind of shows generally how much value you kind of get out of them.
to play your kill team, which was Grey Knights, you really
Combat
needed
Patrol.
combat. What did I say?
You said Kill Team.
Grey
La,
Knight
la,
kill
la,
team.
la,
Oh
la.
my god! To play your combat patrol, you need 2 squads and a librarian. That's probably cheaper than 80 quid. You have the option.
Yeah. You
What,
can
to
chuck
not
the-
buy the combat patrol?
You can, not buy the Combat Patrol.
No, because maybe second hand on eBay, but the strike squads come in a box of 10, and that's like 40 odd quid, 30
Which is
like
not really cheaper
retail-ish.
then.
So yeah, I think the Grey Knights one is really good value.
Yeah.
Plus, buy 3 boxes,
It's a full 2,000 point army.
pretty much. Yeah.
You need a couple of characters.
A couple of enforcements, enhancements, and that is really
Yeah.
not bad. As I've bought 2 so far, Votan combat patrols, and it's not even 1,000 points. It's not
I'm
even.
giving, I'm
it's
giving,
barely
I'm giving, I'm
500
giving
points.
you the kind of like disapproving look as if I didn't buy a full Eldar army as well.
And it's barely 500 points for 2 Votan combat patrols.
I got the new Tyranid Combat Patrol, the Insidious Infiltrators one.
That's not the Leviathan
It's
one.
not a Leviathan one, it's the White Dwarf one that came out. I think I spent 40 quid on it because I got 3 of the magazines for the Combat Patrol
Me
with Von
Combat
Ryan
Patrol
Leapers.
magazine.
I got 3 of the magazines, they were 7 quid each for Von Ryan Leapers.
Fraser Delboy Gillespie.
Yeah, I love a wee deal. Love a wee deal. And then you need what, a Neuro Lictor and a Lictor. A lot.
Wee liquor. The guy from
And I had
the
Only
Resident
with
Evil 2.
consent, Rob.
From
Yes.
Resident Evil 2. I meant the guy from Resident Evil 2 with the brain
Yeah.
hanging out. Walks the ceiling.
But yeah.
What a terrifying cutscene that was.
We digress.
Yes.
But yeah, cost compared to. I don't want to think what it's going to cost to put a full Votan to physical.
I don't know if you have to like. I mean, we play your house, but I was gonna say terrain, but not everyone plays in the house.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like this is like not even 2 full boards of kill team terrain, so
So
it may be a bit
yeah,
sparsely set up this time, but who knows? It's not terrible.
but they didn't. Did Games Workshop not sell it as like was it called a battle force? No, battle host. No, it's like
No,
Battlegrounds?
you
That's-
can
no, that's
buy
the game
like
you
a big box of terrain, and I can't remember the name of it, but
I'll put it up on the screen.
yeah, but there is like
And it is 2 kill team. It's the
two-
same size. It's a kill team.
It's the same size as this.
It's a
Yeah.
combat patrol size, 44 by 30.
Yeah.
Enough.
Can't remember the name of
But
it.
yeah, excluding that, yeah, I'd say it's pretty decent value.
So it's a small price point to get into.
Yeah, because I mean,
It's a
when
much
you're,
more
when, you're,
friendlier
when you're
price.
paying 85 at kelpiegames.co.uk, I think
Tell
it's,
Dylan I said hi.
it's like the cost of 2 kill teams, really.
Yeah,
So,
but you get more than 2 kill teams worth of models.
yeah.
And there are some ones that you can do that you get kill teams out of. Like if you buy the Tau one, you get a box of Pathfinders in it, which you could. It's not the kill team Pathfinders, but you could model them in such a way that you could make them work with kill team Pathfinders.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting thing, getting off the subject of the video. With all the kill teams that we have a lot of units that can go into 40k armies.
Yeah.
So, like, I have Harkin Soldiers, and if I get Harkin Jaegers, that's 2 units. I have Harkin Jaegers, they're in the
Don't
cupboard.
copy Cammy though.
I've already got them in the cupboard.
Wise up, right?
What is-
They look pretty good, actually.
But to be fair, that's kind of partly why I wanted to do the that Tyranid combat patrol, because I can slot
The
the
Raveners.
Nids into the Gene Stealer cults for
Ah,
the.
right.
They've got like a final day list, I think it's called, where it's meant to be.
Think will you be able to
Tyranid
play the
invasion.
Raveners with the
Mhm.
jeans?
They've got, I don't know about Gene Stealers, but they've got the profiles up on
the
War-
pant
War
thieves.
Cups. The Pant Thief.
stealing jeans.
I can't pronounce thief.
We Gene Stealer. What's she all about?
Gee, what a guy.
But yeah, I think in terms of gameplay, some handsome man from the northeast of Scotland did say there was a lot of waiting about.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. Our game, spoiler, well, I mean, it's not spoiler, it's not
No.
direct, but I kind of
Skill.
rinsed Rab. It was very more one-sided than Fraser's game.
Yeah.
Then Fraser kind of got
I got like,
revenge. in the
yeah, I
second
got a
game.
really
got
good
some
lead.
pretty good
And
alpha
then-
strike kind of things,
Yeah.
I get
but
scared.
I still, even at that, that's the pub.
That's
Wonder
my,
if that got
that's my glass bottles of wine brew.
But yeah, I didn't feel like I was kind of like waiting too much.
No, I feel like, yeah,
Maybe
unlike Kill Team where it's alternating activations, it's more like Middle Earth, which we've both played, where you sit and you wait for something
It's
to
you
do.
go, I go.
But the good thing is that, okay, you're rolling your dice, but I'm rolling my saves. So I'm not just sitting there waiting.
There
like,
is a
watching.
bit of interaction.
You are
along
still
with
doing
it.
something.
And I suppose I think what you were about to say is it's not quite like full 40k where
whereas the turns are longer.
yes, the turns are longer.
Because
You
I
do
could see,
everything.
yeah, because could see. I think combat patrol's roughly 400 or 500 points, so like standard 2K game, where you
Yeah.
got 4 times as much
Exactly.
stuff happening.
Yeah.
But
And and you do have more stratagems, more rules, more things going
A lot
on
of
in
things
the
to
table.
remember, yeah. But I feel like the game flows pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a lot of stoppages or a lot of.
We got
I mean, what was that, like-
you got 2 games in and it's
Yeah.
only
4 hours,
Yeah.
if that, so 2 hours a game.
2 hours a game, and that was
And that's like not complete wargaming noobs, but like, have never played 40k at
No.
all.
Saw a lot of things like simple rules. We had to go and check what they actually did. Like, wait, is assault
Like,
or what?
I still feel like kill teams like 40k. I don't know, certain people in Cameo like that, but I think they're quite similar. But it's yeah,
I feel like from playing Kill Team, I think if I didn't play Kill Team, I would never have played Combat Patrol or 40k.
yeah.
Because when I first started playing, I looked at Warhammer. It was 9th edition then, and I looked at Age of Sigmar, and I looked at the rules, and I thought, no, I do not understand a word of this. Like, this is complete gibberish, which is why I picked up Middle Earth, which was quite simple. And then I think from learning games, and then we skipped Fallout Wasteland Warfare, which was the most overly
Fun
complicated
quality.
Well, I
complicated
think
game
we
ever.
said recently like I think even if we were to go back and try it, I think it would still just not be. I know some people seem to like it. I think Dylan
really
enjoy
enjoys it, and
but it just feels very convoluted.
I know they've got the other version. It's not Raiders, is it? It's called Raiders.
factions, but it's still the same base game, but it's you're fighting over Nuka World. It's just more role
There's so
playing.
much to it, and I wasn't. It was horrible, and even the list building was terrible. But this isn't a video about slagging for it. The point was, if I hadn't played those other games, I think this might be more difficult. But those keywords, I was like, I know what that keyword means because it's in Kill Team.
Yeah.
I know what that stat means. I know what these guys roughly do.
I think it's just a lot of words, and
Too bad I can't read.
Too
yeah.
bad I'm not
I just
reading
don't.
them.
Yeah, I think there's just almost. I think it just seems daunting on the surface, but it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think it
Absolutely.
is.
I think that's a massive part of Warhammer in general. Is like if you'd asked me, do you want to play a 2,000 point game of Warhammer, and you have asked me multiple times, or do you want to play a game of bolt action with my 2,000 point army that I have lying in a cupboard?
No.
The thought of like no, it's too complicated. I don't get it yet. Let's start with something smaller, and I think that's what's great about Combat Patrol is that it is something smaller.
And it's nice that it's. I know it's slightly different for you, but it's fixed. You know what you bring this, and you're using this.
Yeah.
I know for you it's slightly different where you pick and choose. Slightly,
One
you
choice.
drop the
Yeah.
Terminators for
Do you want a Terminator or do I
Dread
want
Knight.
the Dread Knight?
I
Yeah.
know Custodies do that as well, but they're kind of exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
But it is nice to go similar to Kill Team, where you go, I am playing Brood Brothers.
This is my.
This is the Brood Brothers. This is all I need to
Even
bring.
with Kill Team, there's more options.
Yeah.
So it's good that you don't have to think too hard, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm taking, cool. And it gives you, I feel like, an insight into how your army works in general.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, okay, maybe they're not great in melee against elite Space Marines. Maybe I shouldn't set them up like that. Maybe I should just hide around corners and jump out and shoot you. Saves are good.
Probably. I know it's like a bit of a cop out to like not give a final verdict, but I think maybe we only played. We both scenarios we played the like Belly Basic one, which was
Clash of Patrols.
yeah four
objectives in the
across
middle.
and a bit of a scrap. Maybe the other ones would kind of make a bit more different and
Yeah,
interesting,
bit
make it a
more
better
swingy.
insight. But
I mean, it's looking at the other scenarios and the actual game itself. It just it's not
Just
it's-
works.
It, is,
It
it's-
just works.
It just works. It just works. Totally.
I mean, the thing is, 40k is on its 10th edition now. It's been around since the 80s. They've had enough time to refine it and stuff like
and
that.
I know we might some people sound just like shells, but it's like you're kind of saying if it's been around for what
Must be a
40
reason.
years,
Yeah.
was it 80s?
80s, yeah.
40, 50 years.
Can't
There
be
must be a
There
reason
must be
it's been
some
around.
reason
Yeah.
people like it.
I mean, we're definitely not shells. Like,
No.
I think all of us separately, and especially on the channel, have been very vocal about aspects of Games Workshop and things they've done, stuff like that. And it's more of a sort of commentary on capitalism, but whatever.
Not a big fan.
When are you getting to then? The greater good?
No.
The greater good.
The greater commies, and 3D printing, etc., etc. And I'm not going to blow smoke up Games Workshop's arse, but it's a very good game, and it's you joked it works. That's like obviously we don't know meta lists and what works and what's overpowered and stuff, and there's always going to be in tabletop games or any sort of game, even for like multiplayer first person shooters, the new unit, the new army, the new character is OP to
Need a
force
reason to
people to
sell
go
it.
and buy it. And then they nerf it into the ground once everyone's bought their pre-orders or whatever.
Oh, this is
It happens in everything on Middle Earth. They're bringing back old units that are 40 years old.
What's that in Dragon Emperor's an issue? Nah, he's better now.
How much they cost? Those profit margins. Let's keep up for a little bit longer, then we'll nerf them. Yeah, I mean that's the same in every game. It's always the same. But Combat Patrol, I think I said there's like 34 Combat Patrols, and they're just bringing out new ones.
Yeah, there's all the White
As it
Dwarf
goes.
ones as well.
So
and,
there's
yeah.
going to be a new Space Wars one, and like maybe tomorrow. Announced.
Sunday preview.
And well, I know that is because it's in the codex that I have.
Oh.
So it might be revealed tomorrow, today. When's the video coming out? Who knows? And then
I was
I
going to
guess
say hopefully it's
Are you-
Grey Knight's
you usually get a
announcement
new one?
tomorrow, but I'll be like,
I bought 3 boxes. No.
Nah,
Yeah,
we've
great.
got the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow.
no, I just mean like I don't want to spend more money.
Yeah.
Well, as I sit here waiting for my Space Wars army box and my Final Fantasy Magic the
You have that one
Gathering
already?
cards, my second one,
Yeah, there you go.
and my Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards, I am saying nothing about spending money. How much did you cost in the vet this week, Rue?
£12.
Sorry, who?
Rue.
That's Cammy.
Oh, sorry. Cammy, how much did you cost in the vet?
Where's my dog biscuits?
Where's my boss?
Banjaxed.
Dad, where's my boss?
Where are my testicles, Robert? Yeah, I don't think he's on camera. I'm sure I can't see him, so it looks like I knocked the couch. Yeah, so maybe Kill Team Typhoon. Maybe I'm not buying too much more this month, but that Space Wars Combat Patrol's got Terminators in it. Space Wars. Is that for me?
If only they could release some good Magic IPs.
Yeah.
Another day.
Finally, some fucking good Magic.
None of this pish.
I'm not going to go on a tangent and ask if you've ever played Final
Too
Fantasy.
many tangents.
Too many tangents. That's
There's
it.
too many Final Fantasy games.
That's
as
too many
well.
Final Fantasies. I've played like 4 different ones this week, so I'm not saying it.
Yes, exactly.
Replayability was the other big thing I had. Like, do you feel that it has a lot of replayability? Yeah. Well, we'll split into two then. Using the same army, or
Probably not.
you think so?
It depends what you kind of say, like in terms of it. Yes and no.
I would say yes.
I mean,
and
there's
no.
6 scenarios, and yeah.
Can you imagine? So they release a new combat patrol every edition for each army. Can you imagine playing nothing but those models for 3 years?
I don't know if you're maybe more saying combat patrol systems replay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to split the question into two.
The systems
The
replay.
system, yes.
Split the question into two. I think the system definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's only 6 scenarios. Are there extra ones that come in?
Maybe not.
Extra
Probably
ones that
not.
come in.
Not that I've heard. There is some like
codexes or-
narrative ones and things
Yeah,
like
okay,
that.
so-
I mean, there is that aspect to
And-
it.
Maybe with my faction Grey Knights, because I have the option to take
Mix
the
and
Dread
match a
Knight,
wee bit.
maybe a
Probably
bit
just
more,
a bit more.
but yeah, I could see like, yeah.
If I had to play nothing but those 2 units, I'd probably get bored quite quickly.
6 scenarios, endless amounts of maps or terrains, but
Yeah.
is it really that different? Cool. Whereas like Kill Team, 9 scenarios, and a lot of very different.
What, like 18 different missions, and then plus your secondary, or not your secondary, sorry, your primaries, your
nine
tac
missions.
ops. That was more than 9, no?
No, it's 9. 1 to 9 was it?
What?
Kill Team.
Crit ops, you mean?
Your primary,
Yeah, crit
yeah.
Yeah, crit ops.
9 crit ops, and then you have a choice of 6.
I think as
secondaries,
well,
whatever.
the thing about Kill Team, again, like, it's a lot smaller. It's like max 15 models, isn't it?
Like
5 to 15, 16 models. It's kind of like, it's a lot. That's like
One
a
unit,
squad or two. I
one
know,
squad, yeah.
but like, I feel like there's a lot less painting, so you can get the stuff onto the tabletop a lot. Whereas, yeah,
And you had to paint 11 guys to get on the table. Is that right?
yeah. So I killed.
I had to paint nothing.
I still took it.
It's a smaller Kill Team than mine, yeah. Yeah, I could see myself playing this more.
Yeah.
For sure. I know, yeah, I currently only have one.
Right answer considering how much we've invested
I
into
bloody
it.
hope so, aye. But again, we invested 85 for Combat Patrol. We invested the rest for 40k,
Yeah.
which I hope has a lot more playability than Combat Patrol. Right? It's got a 40k, got a... Yeah.
I think the fact, I feel like the fact we've got 2 armies each, and you've got almost 2 armies, that's a lot more
Yeah.
combinations you play.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will have 2 armies on Thursday.
Battle of
Payday
two
on
armies.
Thursday.
Battle of the 2 armies.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the cults.
Not a cult.
It's not a
it's
cult.
not a cult.
I don't condone cults on this channel.
PPP.
Apart from Gene Stealer cults.
That's not cool. And the last big question I had was enjoyment. Did you enjoy it?
I think that's a very, I don't know if abstract's the right word, but I mean, it's like, I find it very hard to take away the fact that, like, these are my mates. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
rolling
I
dice
think
with them
that's
is fun.
Well,
Yes.
that's the
But-
thing. No one's saying if you buy Combat Patrol, you have to go into the sweatiest of tournaments and play against grognards. Is that the phrase?
that's more. I think it's tryhards. Grognards, I'd say, are more like kind of rules, like I want to be with that.
rivet counters.
Rivet counters.
Rivet counters is the historical version of that. It's like, that tank didn't appear in this battle. I don't know.
Say, like a Grognard would be like, for example, like
A rules
I've
loyal.
painted no, I wouldn't say as much. It's more like, say I've painted my Eldar as like the Andon who have more Wraith constructs, and I have one unit of Wraith constructs. Like, why have you got all those aspect warriors for the Andon? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I had that once because I've got that squad of they're called Guiveza, which is the human helpers for the town, and I had an encounter with a lovely one of them in the GW store where they wouldn't play with them.
But I think obviously I haven't played 2 games. The only person that's played 2 games. I probably had a bit more fun when I was stomping Rav. A bit less fun when I was stomping Fraser. At least in the game with Fraser, I kind of came back a bit.
Yeah,
so.
there's a lot more back and forth in our game.
Yeah.
No,
it feels like Kill Team definitely in terms of like. I mean, well, you can see we played on a dining table.
Easy.
Not a lot of space.
Yeah. It's again, even Fraser didn't technically invest in Combat Patrol. He had the models from.
It's just
so if you're coming
years.
down like from playing 40k, say maybe I'm fed up playing 40k, playing sweaty tournaments, whatever. Maybe I should want to play something a bit smaller and chiller. See if you can put a Combat Patrol together from one of your armies.
No, that's how I done it because these cows have
not to like keep going. The other thing we kind of said as well was I think it's a bit binary. Like people who just don't want to play 40k or do.
Yeah.
I think we're all lucky that we could kind of come in and like we were getting into 40k at the same time, so we could buy Combat Patrol, try that, then try 40k. Whereas I just don't think a lot of people play Combat Patrol.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like
it's
probably a bit of a negative.
Yeah. I mean,
people would rather play the big one.
There are folk that run Combat Patrol tournaments and things like that. So I know Adam at Paisley, Adam ran one recently. So there is a want for it, and people do like it. Especially, I think now with Kill Team getting bigger as well, people like smaller scale games because it's.
Yeah. Well, again, that is the topic of the video. Is Combat Patrol a stepping stone to 40k? Not gateway drug, which we were going to call it.
Yes, but it is a gateway drug.
It would probably get the video taken down, and the thumbnail that we made definitely taken down.
The thumbnail that you made.
I would probably say it's a stepping stone, but I think you could also definitely say it's its own.
Oh, it could stand on its own.
Yeah.
It could stand on its own quite happily, but it is nice for the people that don't want to invest a lot in it, who enjoy the lore, who play, the video games and things like that. It is a good way for people to dip their toes in it and get started. 100%.
It's one of those things where the three of us are very privileged in that we have decent jobs and none of us have kids. Apart from Rue, the most expensive one.
You treat him like a kid.
Of course I do. That's my brother.
Lauren treats me like a kid, rightfully that's
We all have a little bit of disposable income. Yeah. So for us saying, for less than £100, you can play a game of Combat Patrol.
Well, I was just literally thinking there as well, like, you could always print.
3D printing?
Yeah, you can always print. Yeah.
I mean, if you listen, you could probably hear mine next door run right now.
Yeah. What kind of?
As the three of us start passing out from the deadly fumes.
Oh, aye.
3D printing.
Guys, deception.
Love the smell of rhydonium in the morning.
Spoilers.
Oh. Some people may not have seen Andor Season 2 yet.
We've passed the statute of spoilers.
The embargo.
The embargo has been well and truly lifted.
Right, well.
Andor dies.
Open up my Spaceballs Codex. I'm going to read it out loud for everyone. Actually, that would probably get the video taken down. I think that was pretty much all I had to. Hamish, have you been eating blue Jolly Ranchers? Usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe.
Don't forget to give my bell a good old ring.
A ding.
Ring
Rab's bell.
Don't join the Patreon, I don't have one.
If you've got any thoughts, leave them in the comments.
See, this is the engagement.
What do you think of the taste of non-loyal?